Okay, welcome to the movie pit. This isn't really going to be like my usual post. In fact, this isn't going to be a movie review at all. I just have a lot of thoughts in my head on certain things, and that's what this is really going to be. And hopefully I can get it out as fast as I can. I thought I had put the whole Friday the 13th remake thing pretty much behind me, but it keeps coming back to me as I read more and more reviews posted and posted around the internet, and the fucking stupid ass comments people keep putting up about this movie, and the things that people are just the things they are saying is just driving me fucking crazy. How can anyone with a pair of eyes watch this movie and say it is a good fucking movie? And for some of you out there actually say it's the greatest slasher film ever made, I'm really having a hard time wrapping my head around this. In a world where Alfred Hitchcock can bring you a film like Psycho, John Carpenter's Halloween, or even the original, and yes, for those of you out there, Psycho was a slasher film. But with all those films, people think this pile of shit is the greatest slasher film ever made. Give me a fucking break. I'm all for people giving their opinions on shit. Hell, I fucking do it every day. But call me crazy for expecting someone to have a basis and a reason for their fucking comments. Saying this film is the best just because it's a Friday the 13th film is like me saying that Saw 5 is a great film just because the first film was awesome. When in all actuality, Saw 5 wasn't that good of a movie. In fact, it was barely mediocre. But you have to put in terms that all these comments that people that are backing this movie are coming from the next generation of horror fans. They don't have a fucking clue what goes into the classics, what you need, and they're just fucking satisfied with any pile of shit that comes to theaters or direct straight to DVD shelves. And I have to say, it's actually a pretty weird fucking feeling when I actually find myself agreeing with one of the biggest known critics, Roger Ebert, on this film. I never agree with him on anything, but I have to say he's dead on with this film. First off, it isn't a remake. And if you think this is, ask yourself this question. How many people did Jason kill in the first film? Exactly. Second, its only hype is really the kill sequences, and lastly, even with the kill sequences, they had no originality at all. And that's the story of the whole film. There's no originality in this movie at all. Now, I've tried not to be bitter, and I've tried looking at this movie from every angle. I really have, and that even goes to me going back on something I said I wouldn't do, and that's seeing this movie again. And I just don't fucking get it. And if you look, and I've been looking at like the box office record for this film, and it appears that more and more people seem to be realizing that it was just more or less a novelty to see this film on Friday the 13th or just the opening weekend in general. Because after that opening weekend, when it came at number one, I think the highest it ranked on the charts was 7 or 8, and that's just a rough estimate. So I'm happy to say that as far as remakes, the remake of this film goes, this has got to be the worst it's going to get. That is, unless they decide to make a sequel to this film. And if they do that, they'll only soil the Friday the 13th name even more than they already have. What they need to do is go back to the original series, make another shitty-ass fucking sequel that no one expects to be good, and everything will be fine. No one will give a shit. But when you have a movie that's coined as a fucking remake and it has nothing to do with the original, you're letting a bunch of fans down, and by throwing Jason into the mix in this remake is just fucking ridiculous in the first place. So hopefully now I think I've said everything that I really want to on this film, and hopefully I won't have to talk about this film anymore until the inevitability when the unrated DVD and Blu-ray comes out. And I'm not looking forward to that, but I will see it and give you all my opinions on. I'm not going to talk about the movie when that comes out. I'm just going to give you my opinion on the disc. Hopefully you can expect to see a little more of these rant type things making their way onto my channel, because in all honesty I have a lot of shit that just really pisses me off about movies. And I think the next one I'm really going to talk about is just remakes in general and how they're fucking up movies for everything. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you continue to watch my videos as I keep putting them up.